Hello, Dr. Okupe.
Yes, I am hearing you.
Okay, about the PVC distribution, what's your take on that?
Well, before I talk about PVC distribution, Lai Mohammed said that the chairman of INEC said they were more prepared, they were better prepared now than they were prepared in 2011. The chairman of INEC on that occasion was lying. I'm sorry to say this. Professor Jega was lying by making that statement, because he was cross-examined instantly by the president. And the question was, in 2011, how many people were registered who did not collect the instrument with which they were going to vote? And he responded, none. And today, as he was speaking, he himself, by his own admission, said 34% have not collected their form, collected their PVCs. So how can you now say that you are better prepared, today, this year, than you were in 2011? Sometimes, one gets the opinion that we only hope to God that there are no attempts by anybody, to actually sabotage this country on this issue. So let us put that aside. In the same document which Jega submitted, INEC will be better prepared and will perfect its arrangement if they have a little bit more time. If I'm lying, let Lai Mohammed dispute that statement. And it is in the doc, and if he does, I will publish the statement tomorrow. Nigerians will see it. Professor Jega was speaking from both sides of his mouth for whatever reasons I don't know. Here was he saying that if they have a little bit more time, they will do better. And if by doing better, more opportunities to vote, why should we disenfranchise them? The issue of the insecurity in the north today, Lai Mohammed is treating it as if it's a tribal matter, whereas Lai Mohammed is a trumpeter of those who have made the issue of security, an election matter. Despite the fact that it is their own people, it is people in their party that have found the embers of terrorism and have put this country in this situation of quagmire. And they want to now come and benefit. Now, the president says that, fine, let me tell you, Mr. Ojo, I thank you very much, and may God Almighty bless you mightily. This president will treat anybody singularly or collectively. We are ready, we are better, we have things that to show that, we have not wasted Nigerians' time, despite the fact that, the opposition tried to use insurgency to demean our achievements. Nigerians are beginning to see it and are beginning to appreciate what the president is doing.
Dr. Okupe, we are almost out of time. Dr. Okupe, if there was going to be a postponement or a shift of the date, for how long would you think it should be?
It is not my business. It is not our business. We just want, a situation where, what the security agency said is this. They said that today they are winning the war because they now have the cooperation from Chad, from Niger, and from Cameroon. And this was of the insurgents. So if they now physically move in and they are now fighting and battling along the same side with us, it is obvious that in a few weeks from now, there's a very strong possibility that the security agencies, not that the insurgency will be over, but that they can guarantee that for the period of election, people can queue, vote, and be at peace and no danger to their lives. And these people are sitting down in your studio and saying that the lives of these people does not matter or that they should not vote. Of course, there was a suggestion on the Council of State, that that election should take place on the 14th in the areas where there are no problems, while we now do not hold the election in the areas where there are problems. And the president said he will not, in good conscience, sit down there and be part of an arrangement that will disenfranchise Nigerians who, unfortunate Nigerians who, not because innocent Nigerians, who not because of any fault of their own, but the fact that they are residents of an area which is infected and which is affected by insurgency.
All right, Dr. Okupe, thank you so much. Thank you very much, Dr. Okupe. We'll have to come back to the studio, but we want to thank you so much for speaking to us. Thank you very much. Back to the studio, Alhaji Mohammed. We're out of time, so in your closing moments, please.
You see, I would choose to ignore all the personal attacks on my party and on me, but the facts are there. It's an admission of failure on the part of this government that 20,000 kilometers of our land is being occupied by Boko Haram. It's admission of failure on the part of this government that we have over 200 girls missing, and yet nobody is talking about them. But let's face issues. How can you come and tell us that we should wait for a few weeks? After a few weeks, the Boko Haram insurgency will be over or will be manageable, go to have elections. If elections cannot take place on February 14, it will not be possible to hold the same election in June 14. Clearly.
Thank you.
So let's stick to our timetable and let's go ahead.
Mr. Ojo?
Yes, I think, like I suspected, I think Dr. Okupe just confirmed what I said earlier, that there are some people in that presidency who has other motives for the postponement of the election rather than the good of the country. I listened carefully to his declarations against the INEC chairman. It's most unbecoming and indecorous to begin to accuse Professor Jega of lying.
No, he just said, he just repeated some of the things
he said
in categorically
that Jega was lying. You don't say that. I used to hold the presidency in very high esteem. And anybody who will occupy any position in that office will be somebody who can tame his mouth and who can be decent in the way they talk and address people. And apart from that, I just think that they will not continue to mislead the president, and I can see that they are seriously relying on security and insecurity. Yeah. It's like they have already made up their mind. They have predetermined what they are going to do. It's as if they are going to do it whether anybody likes it or not. But I want to appeal to them that the interest of these voters is much more important than their selfish interest. Therefore, they should allow this election to go ahead beginning from February 14, and that is what Nigerians want.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you. We've been speaking with Alhaji Mohammed, National Policy Secretary of the APC, Mr. Olashikwa Ojo, legal practitioner and of the Center for the Rule of Law, Executive Director. Joined us online on the phone was Dr. Doyin Okupe, Senior Special Assistant to the President of Public Affairs. Thank you, gentlemen. We're looking at the Council of State's decision on the 2015 elections, postponement or not. We'll take a break and we'll come back to look at the 2015 elections from another perspective. Please join us again.